Hello dear learners, welcome once again. In this video, I'll take you through the much debated and commonly asked question nowadays by everyone. That is, impact of COVID-19 on Indian economy. You know that this pandemic has affected all areas of life of people across the globe. People are fearful about future. What will happen to the jobs when the economy will revive from the current situation? So in this video, I'll talk on four different points. First point is analysis of growth numbers which are released by CSO. Secondly, growth projection given by national and international bodies. Third, most adversely affected sectors of Indian economy and data related to some of those industries. And fourthly, opportunities amid COVID-19. So let us first take up macroeconomic data released by CSO. In this table, I have compared growth figures of financial year 2019-20 with 2018-19. I have taken five parameters for comparison. First comparison is GDP growth rate. In the year 2018-19, growth rate was 6.1%, which reduced to 4.2% in financial year 1920. The full year GDP growth of 1920 is the lowest India has registered in 11 years. Similarly, in quarter 4, 1819 GDP growth rate was 5.8%, which reduced to 3.1% only. Dear learners, here I want your attention that these figures are till 31st March 2020. That is only 7 days of lockdown factored in. The full impact of it will be reflected in quarter 1 onwards data of current financial year. Further, if you see the second parameter, that is manufacturing growth, it was 3.5% in 2018-19, which reduced to near zero in 2019-20, and in quarter 4 18-19 it was 2.1%, which gone down to minus 1.4%. Actually, this shows the negative growth trend of the economy before the pandemic hit the country, and suggesting that country was already in recessionary phase. The third parameter is of agriculture growth. Here there is some sign of hope. In the year 1819, growth rate was 2.9%, which increased to 4% in the financial year 2019-20. So these figures. Similarly, in quarter 4, 1819, agriculture growth was reported to be 1.4%, which increased by 5.9% in 2019-20 because of good Rabi crop. Next is private final consumption expenditure in 2018-19. It was 7.2%, but it grew at the rate of 5.3% only in 2019-20. So there was a slow growth of private consumption expenditure amid fear and uncertainty among the people. However, government final consumption expenditure increased from 10.1% in 2018-19 to at a little higher rate of 11.8% in 2019-20. So this way you can see in this table these parameters are suggesting the deceleration of growth in most of the parameters excepting agriculture growth and government final consumption expenditure. Though there are some more important parameters which I have skipped, which I'll be taking in the next video. Now, let us see the growth projection by national and international agencies. On the left hand side, you can see growth projection from quarter 1 of financial year 2019 18-19 to quarter 3 of financial year 1920 and quarter 4 of financial year 1920, projection by different bodies. And most nearest projection here was given by care rating agency, which is 3.6%, and CSO data of quarter 4 is suggesting 3.1%. On the right hand side of the graffiti, the projection for financial year 2021 is given by different agencies. And here, one thing is to note is most of the agencies are projecting growth in the range of 2% to -6%. Even if we take the average of these projection, it comes about around -2.7%. So the projection is certainly gloomy, and it requires huge fiscal stimulus from the government. I emphasize here on fiscal stimulus, not monetary or credit support, to revive the economy. Now, let us see the impact of COVID-19 on different sectors of the economy. Most adversely affected sectors are aviation industry, tourism and hotel industry, automobile industry, apparel and textile industry, shipping and non-food retail industry, and financial sector. In this video, I'll show you some data related to first three sectors. The remaining three data analysis I'll do in my next upcoming video. First of all, micro data related to hotel and aviation industry. According to an assessment study by Hotlivate published in Economic Times, hotel industry's loss is estimated to be between 1.3 to 1.55 billion US dollar. And according to IATA estimate, coronavirus pandemic is expected to impact 29 lakh jobs in aviation and dependent industry. As we are aware that all the airlines were grounded from 25th March to till 25th of May, when some airlines have started business in some of the routes. Next is the data published online on autopundits.com. Most of the auto manufacturers posted zero sales of passenger cars in the month of April 2020, and the sector is expected to make loss to the tune of 1,26,500 crore. According to a new report by international management consulting firm Arthur D. Little, unemployment may rise to 35% from 7.6%, resulting in 136 million job loss and a total of 174 million unemployed, putting 120 million people into poverty and 40 million people into acute poverty. We can make out with the plight of migrant workers, how desperate they are to reach homes. Amid this, it's not that every sector is not doing well. In fact, there are sectors performing well and posted increasing growth rate in comparison to the earlier period, and there are upcoming opportunities in these sectors. They are agriculture sector, digital and internet economy, online education, pharmaceutical industry, specialized chemicals, dear learners. To conclude, I can say the world will overcome this crisis as it did in case of Great Depression of 1929-33 or 2008 financial crisis. Only thing is that the next 12 months or more will be little more will be difficult. Many businesses will struggle, some may even shut down, but as with economic adversities of the past, new industries will emerge with hope of recovery. Eventually, things will go back to normal. Thanks. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give your comments and feedback.